Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room. Come and say hello, babe. Real quick. It's Dolly's birthday today. You guys wish my beautiful man and the man behind the Real Juicy Detox for real.
Hello.
How old are you? 45?
No.
No. Well, I know you said you wanted to retire at 45.
22.
Oh, so you got some more work.
22. Yeah. I'm 22, but I do roofing. That's why I look 45.
You have the body of an 18-year-old. It's amazing.
Something like that.
Amazing. Amanda says happy birthday. Thank you so much, Amanda. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm so excited for today's class. I cannot wait. I'm so pumped. Carrie says, hi all. Happy birthday, Dolly. Thank you so much, Carrie. How are you doing, honey? How are you feeling tonight? Oh my goodness, you are going through it. You are going through it, but you are such a goddess and a warrior and a champion. So keep on going, because you know what? What's the alternative? What is the alternative? You know, we just have to learn how to read our bodies really well as we go through our detox, and we have to, tweak things specific to us based on how we're feeling and how much of that heavy duty detox we can handle. So I'm so happy that you're sticking with it and that you're learning how to, listen to your body and be intuitive. Hello, everybody. If you're just tuning in, I'm seeing you guys. We are just getting started here. Tonight's class, we are going to really start getting into a deeper understanding of what we're doing with our programs, right? At the Real Juicy Detox, you guys know that I follow Dr. Morris's work. So we're going to be looking at some of his beautiful, simple, easy to understand science behind the foods that we eat and just our bodies in general. So I'm excited. I'm stoked. Are you guys excited for tonight? Are you excited? Let me know in the comments if you're excited for this class. I cannot wait to get started. As always, I'm going to give people a little bit of time to jump on. I know we actually went live right at 8 o'clock. I was literally in the shower like 10 minutes ago. I kid you not. So yeah, I'm excited for tonight. Carrie says, getting my butt kicked on this grass juice cleanse, but worth it. Doing fasting labs tomorrow. Awesome. What is the grass juice cleanse? Do you mean grape juice cleanse? I think that's what you mean. Grape. Yeah. Grape, not grass. I'm like, wait, you're doing a grass cleanse, like a wheatgrass cleanse or like a grass cleanse? I'm like, what you doing? So yeah, the grape juice is a butt kicker, man. When I did that back in October for 21 days, whoo, that kicks your butt good and proper, right? That's why Dr. Morris says if you can do 21 days or even 7 days on a grape juice fast, oh my God, that is amazing. So, it is intense though. If it's too intense, if the detox symptoms are preventing you from working and preventing you from, sometimes the detox can really kick our butts, right? Really big time. We're going to be talking all about that. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the series of classes that are coming for you guys that I'm going to be sharing every day for the next like 2 weeks for sure until our actual juice detox starts. I'm really excited. This is like the most fun I've had since I started my own juicy journey in June of 2020, so almost a full year. And most of that either juice detoxing or raw food, although we have been having a little more cooked food in our lives. And Dali and I just had a discussion before class and we're like, you know what? Let's go back to all raw. We just feel better on it. Like, let's just do that. So we're going to be doing that starting tomorrow. But where was I going with that? I can't remember. But hey, Sharon is here. Sharon, you made it. Sheila is in the house. Good evening, beautiful, says Sheila. We're going to get started As you know, we get a little warmed up. You get warmed up. I get warmed up. We check in with each other. Angela is here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Dawn and Ron are here. Hello, guys. So glad to see you. I'm so glad to be back. So glad to be back here with you guys, and that this is a time where hopefully Ron is home, right? So hello, everybody. Yeah. Hey, by the way, cannabis leaves are especially good for juicing. If any of you are out there are growing your own and you know that there's no pesticides associated with it, they're really, really good. And you don't get a high from juicing the cannabis leaves. So, think about that. Don't throw away your trimmings. So, in all seriousness, that's not a joke. And I want to make sure I acknowledge everybody, especially on the intro part, because um, that's what we're about here, right? That's the style. That's what we are up to here. Jasmine, happy birthday to Dali. Mine is tomorrow. Taurus gang, awesome. Come to class tomorrow and I shall sing you happy birthday at the beginning of class during the warm-up, okay? Come to class tomorrow. Exciting. You're going to be 21 tomorrow, right, Jasmine? 21 or 22? I can't remember. I think you're 20, like today. That's so funny. Dali was just joking about how he's really 22. Oh my gosh. Dawn and Ron say, Sharon, yeah. Oh my gosh, Michael is here as well. Michael, oh my gosh, how are you doing, honey? I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome back to class. Hello, Lauren. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am going to start. Oh, we're 6 minutes and 38 seconds in. Dawn says, no, Ron is still working, came home midday for a drive-by smoothie. He's on a juice smoothie only deal. That is amazing. Dali comes home whenever he's working in town as well for a drive-by smoothie. I'm going to call it that. I'm going to start calling it that. But yeah, he comes by and it's so nice, right? When our men can come home and we can fix them a really nice, beautiful smoothie that we know is packed with all of the things that they need for all of their energy and all of their health and all of their vitality and well-being. Doesn't that just feel so good knowing what we know? Oh my gosh. 21. Oh my gosh. 21. What a milestone age. Yes, girl. Yes. Hi, Sherry. You found me. How are you, darling? Are you brand new to class, by the way? I think you might be new. Everybody give a big juicy welcome to Sherry. Sherry, we're so glad to have you here. Oh my gosh, I think you're new. Unless I know you on Facebook, but you found me on YouTube. It was really nice. I was happy to see him. I can relate, man. And then when it was so quick, it's like, no, stay it's more, come on. But we're so grateful to see them in the middle of the day. I tell you, girl, we are blessed. Like, look at the life we've created, right? So happy about that. So before I get started, I want to encourage you guys. Hey, Candy, how are you doing? Before we get started with the actual class, I want to encourage you guys to drop a comment in the live chat. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to interrupt Burns because she's on a roll with her the whiteboards in the class that I'm teaching on, because these. By the way, all of these classes are specifically structured to get you reignited and re-inspired and reconnected with the work. If you've fallen off the wagon, or if you're still doing it, but you need more encouragement to keep going, or you just want to revisit the information, or if this information is like brand new to you, this is for you. Awesome. Sherry is new. Oh my goodness. So good to have you, Sherry. All right, buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun because we have a lot of fun here while we learn about these things. So you might be brand new to all of this, like juicing and detoxing and trying to fix something that is wrong with yourself, or that you perceive as wrong or as unhealthy. Maybe nothing is wrong with you, by the way. I shouldn't say that. When you get a catastrophic diagnosis or you're sick and you feel like, oh my God, something's not right inside of me, I need to clean things up. You might be brand new to all of this. So just enjoy the conversation within the community. All right. Drop your comments as I'm going through the course material here. And every class is going to be structured like this, about 10 minutes of reconnecting with you guys, and you guys dropping in and saying hey, and that we are here. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, we are truly blessed. Looking forward to do the juice detox in 2 weeks. Yeah, so this is a great starting point for all that. And as I go through my structured class notes, so that I teach you guys this systematic, step-by-step guide and an understanding as to what we're doing with all of this. Because if you just do something and you don't know why you're doing it, you're not ever going to really have it become your new identity. You know what I'm saying? We're developing new bodies here and new overall identities, healthy identities that love ourselves enough to do this. So I'm going to have like class notes that you're about to see. If this is your first class, you're going to see how I teach on this beautiful, abundant lifestyle that we can have. Abundant health, abundant vitality, abundant overall wellness in all areas of our lives by putting these principles into place. So let's get started. Let me take a sip. By the way, for those of you that know my favorite juice, you know that this is pineapple, cucumber, some Scotch bonnet pepper, some cilantro, and garlic. And oh my gosh, it tastes like, and a little bit of maple syrup, and it tastes like salad dressing, I'm telling you. Woo! That's some good stuff. That is so good. Spicy and good. Sweet, but a little bit tangy. Really has that sort of Thai feeling to it. You know what I mean? Absolutely beautiful. That's what I'm hydrating myself with today. So, pull up, get yourself some fruit juice, get yourself something beautiful to nibble on, maybe some fruit. That would be great. Yes, some nice fruit. And let's get started. Okay, and yeah, feel free to drop your comments as we go through. If anything resonates with you, if you have any questions about a certain topic, if you want to share an experience that you've had with it, please, I encourage you. This is your classroom. Let's have it as interactive as possible, and I will pull your comments up on the screen as well as we go in between teaching. So let's get started. Let me remind myself what this class was called. You have control over your health and vitality. We have more control over our health and vitality than we have been led to believe. I am telling you this from firsthand experience. And I think in this day and age, the word detox is pretty common, and there are a lot of different detoxes going around on the interweb, as I like to call it. And honestly, some of them are pretty questionable. I'm not going to lie. I've heard of some crazy ass shit that people do. And like, stop for a minute and just research a little bit more before you just jump in and just take stuff that you really are not aware of what you're doing. That is not what we are about here. We are all about, learning as much as we can about anything that we're doing, especially with this protocol, especially when it's our bodies involved. We all know that we should clean things up inside on some level. But before we can just jump into anything, we really should learn as much as we can about it. Today's class gives great insight into exactly what we do to ourselves chemically when we eat certain foods. And a lot of us are just so unaware. I know I was. Oh my gosh. The stuff I would put in my mouth on a daily basis, right up until when I started this lifestyle a year ago, I'm telling you, shocking, especially now that I really know what I know and what I'm going to teach you guys so that you guys all have a better understanding of it. All right. So today's class is going to give great insight into what we do to ourselves chemically when we eat certain foods, but don't worry, it is not a chemistry class. I swear to God, if I can get this, you guys can get it, because I am not a chemistry girl. This is going
in the evening.
Yes,
Way.
I am.
I haven't said hi yet.
Come on over and say hello, guys. Here is Kaya.
Hello.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. It's been a long while. You
Yeah.
look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Your little shirt, your little pants. No face. We can be sisters.
We could be sisters. All right, off you go. I'm recording my class.
I thought you were live.
Yeah, I am live, but I'm recording my class at the same time. So that was Kaya, everybody. So this is going to be really helpful info that will help you regain your power over your health and your life when you consistently apply it. This is going to be something that, it's not a 14-day thing that you do and then, you go back to eating the other way that you used to eat. Like, this is a real lifestyle. And the great news is that it's a lifestyle that even Kaya at 18 years old has been able to adapt and bring into her life and get as healthy as she has ever been in her life. So the thing about it, though, is that you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. But what if the answer we've been looking for was so simple and yet so not even spoken about by our healthcare providers? I'm telling you, when I found out I held the power to heal my body in the palm of my hand, like literally every time I raised my hand to my face to put something in it to eat, when I realized that I had the power to completely transform my health and my life and my cancer diagnosis that I had been dealing with since 2011, my journey with cancer, I will own that. That is my journey, and it has been beautiful, and it has led me here. And when I found out how simple this was and how none of my doctors were able to reference it or to let me know, like they were all completely clueless, but very happy. Oh, sorry, my shirt was going all over the place there, but very happy to cut me open to remove body parts. I felt so empowered. You know what I mean? I did not feel anymore like I didn't have any hand in what my future would be. For the first time, I really started to feel like I had a future. I'm telling you, it's a crazy thing that the mind does when you're told that, this is an end stage disease that will kill you. You know what I'm saying? But when I found out how simple this all was, as the kids say, shook. I was so shook. For us older people that may not know what that is, I was shocked. I was really shocked. So I'm really super excited about this class and to show you how simple this is. Let me know if any of this resonates with any of you, because I know that there are a lot of you here who have been on this journey with me and who started this journey before you met me in whatever capacity. Let me know if that resonates with you. You who have been doing it, isn't it a little bit mind-blowing how much control we have just not known that we've had? Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. I can tell you, I know that it resonates with a lot of you, because we can look back on it now and say, damn, if I only knew sooner. This is not that hard. Burns and a lot of other people who are doing this type of thing and sharing the work with the world, we've made it easy. There's so many beautiful YouTube channels that have amazing recipes, that The Healthy Life. There's Raw Carmen with her Raw blog that you guys know I love the heck out of her and her recipes. There's just so many that not just do a vegan, air quotes, a vegan type of recipe channel, but really talk about the chemistry of the food, right? It is very much about it's very, am I laggy? Am I okay? Anyhow, I'm going on a slight tangent, but let me know in the comments if you guys can relate, right? So let's get into this. Let's start talking about what this detox is about. And before we can talk about, well, what do you eat and how much of this do you have? How much juice do you have? And all of that, we really have to understand why we're doing what we're doing. Because if you can understand it, and if it can resonate for you as truth, this will shift everything for you. This will shift everything for you. The power of raw food to clean and rebuild the physical body is little understood in our pharmaceutical and medical our pharmaceutical, medical, and scientific communities. The key is to keep it simple. True healing and regeneration, which is key, all right? Because a lot of us have organs, tissues, and glands that have been so damaged by medication, by the foods that we eat, by doctors cutting us open and removing body parts and damaging tissue along the way, all of it. The healing is key, and the regeneration can only happen when you've healed your body to a certain extent. So they're both so important. True healing and regeneration happens not by treating symptoms, even though it may seem that symptoms disappear when treating them with medicine or megadoses of vitamins and minerals. So it might seem like, oh yeah, I took this medicine and now I don't have hot flashes, for example, when I was taking the hormone therapy medicine. That was just suppressing my body's own ability to take care of my own temperature regulation, right? I still get the hot flash every now and then, but not anywhere near what I used to get. And I quit that hormone medication cold turkey. Yeah. So taking stuff like the hormone medication is just treating the symptom. It's not really looking at the cause behind what is going on. So that is what we focus on here. We really focus on the cause. You have to do that in order to heal the body. You just have to, because if you keep on just looking at the symptom and going after the symptom, you're just spinning your wheels in mud. And one of the symptoms that a lot of us experience, especially as we get older, is our weight. We get this symptom of inflammation caused by the acidosis in our body. We're going to talk all about that in future modules here over the course of these next 2 weeks. But one of the things that, especially when you get to, a certain age and your acidosis levels continue to build and build and build because you keep piling on top of your already acid system, more acids, and you don't realize that and you keep gaining weight. And it's like, why don't I lose weight? And then you start trying to starve yourself. And before you know it, your body is just so messed up and so acidic that it just continues to pack on more inflammation to try to buffer that. And you don't realize that. So you go on diets, or you go and try to do these crazy detoxes that involve some really insane stuff. Like, I'm not even kidding you. The stuff that some of my students in the class have popped in my messages and said, oh, by the way, I'm doing this. I did this cleanse. And I'm like, what turpentine for real? Like, I misread that, right? What does that mean? Like, the stuff that people do in a desperate attempt to hurry up and get rid of the symptom, or to hurry up and heal the body and we don't need to do all of that. We don't need to be that aggressive with the process. We really, really don't. You just need to address the cause of what is causing the symptom to be there in the first place. And when you see how simple it is from a natural, traditional, naturopathic standpoint, which is what I am certified as a detox coach in, and what I'm passionate about sharing with you guys and teaching you guys, it just becomes so much easier. It becomes so much easier. The cause of all dis-ease in the body is pretty much threefold when we're looking at the physical aspect. Yes, there are emotional components to dis-ease in the body. We know this. That is why I so strongly stress and recommend, stress is not a good word, I emphasize to everybody who is interested in truly healing their body, and you come to this work, you come to me, and you found me however you found me, you will see that I talk about it all the time. We must do the spiritual, the emotional, and the mental work as well. But in the terms of the scope of what we're talking about here, what we feed ourselves is absolutely important. It is absolutely important because we are dealing with a physical vehicle. We drive around this planet in this physical body. And if we just treat our physical bodies as nice as some of us treat our actual cars, with the premium fuel, like I drive a little beater car. I still put premium fuel in her because I want her to run really well, right? We take care of our cars, but we don't take as much care to really look into what's the best thing for our bodies. And when we see it, when we look at it from a perspective of what can I control to have a positive impact on my health, we have to look at what we're doing to our physical bodies. It just makes so much sense. Because guess what, guys? You cannot out-meditate a bad diet. That's right. That's my quote. You can quote me on that. You can't out-meditate a bad diet. Actually, on my exam for my certification, for my Dr. Morse Certified Detox Specialist certification, I got my exam back, and that I literally said that on my exam, and she underlined it. Shannon underlined it and said, "I love this," because it is so true. But the cause of disease in terms of the physical aspect is due to acidosis, toxicity, and damaged tissues, organs, and glands from either external trauma or genetically inherited weaknesses. The key to detoxification and regeneration is in the power and synergistic action of ripe, raw, whole food. This is so important to understand. So, yeah, let me check and see where the comments are, because I can see your comments on the side here. Let me know if this is resonating with you. This is the basis, and once we understand it from this really simplified and true nature of all dis-ease in the body, and I will continue to teach you and teach the classes that are going to help you further your understanding of what's happening in your body and what to expect and all of that. You'll see it unfold beautifully. You're going to see that it is not so hard to reverse these things. And we can also, as you will see in the slides coming up, it's not just about the food we put in our bodies, but it's about the food we put in our minds as well. That absolutely comes into play, absolutely comes into play. But let me check in on the class and see how you guys are doing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Knowledge is power. Absolutely, Candy. Knowledge is power. It's so important to put that knowledge into practice after we sort of, we can know something, but doing something, sometimes we know better and we just don't do stuff, like all of us, right? We can all fall prone to that. So yeah, knowledge is power. And then taking inspired action on that powerful knowledge. That is so critical, and so the reason why we are all here tonight, right? We want to take inspired action on this beautiful knowledge so that we can change our lives. We can be healthy, mind, body, and soul. It's so key. Yeah, it's all about the immune system, and the immune system is actually the lymphatic system, which is a cornerstone of this work and this detox protocol. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Yes, it is, but it is also not. What I love about Dr. Morse's work is that it's about the immune system, but he really helps us understand what that immune system is, and realize that it is all connected to the immune system. The immune system is our evacuation means to get all of the toxicity that we have on a daily basis, even when we're eating really clean. Just the act of going for a walk, going for 10,000 steps. By the way, congratulations on your 10,000 steps today. That was amazing. Even that just stirs up lactic acid in the body, and the body naturally has to get rid of that, right? But when our lymphatic system is shut down because of all the acidosis, which has shut down our kidneys from filtering, which I'm going to teach you guys all about. I'm so excited for those courses, those modules in this course. When we can get our kidneys opened up and get that lymphatic system going and support our lymphatic system with the right food, which I'm going to show you in a minute what that is, that makes the world of difference, right? It's not just, boost your immune system, take vitamin C, which really, you do that when you eat your fruits and vegetables. You don't need external supplementation if you're eating this way. You might need some B12 supplementation, but other than that, you can get everything, and you should be getting everything that you need for a proper immune system in the beautiful, living, fruit-centered, also with some vegetables, but fruit-heavy way that we eat, right? The power, it's the power. The power is there. Hello, fruitarian. Cat Whisperer. Oh my goodness. So glad that you are here. Welcome. I believe you are new as well to class. Welcome. It's so good to have you. Angela says, mind was blown. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. 100% living proof, says Candy. Alana says, we are stronger than we think we are. We are. And when we have the knowledge and the inspiration to put it into practice every single day. Like, Alana, how many days has it been that you've been raw? You started October 18th. October 18th, right? When we started doing the very first one. And Alana, if it wasn't for Alana, we wouldn't have the Real Juicy Detox group, which is, by the way, linked in the YouTube and Facebook videos here. Alana said, no, I don't even want to announce how many days I'm going to do, because I don't even think I'll last like one. And I said, no, pick a number. You can always evolve it down or up, however you want, but pick a number of days. Don't be scared. It's okay. I will guide you through it. And you've been raw ever since then, right, Alana? I'm so proud of you. Your life and so many of our lives have been changed because of what you're doing here. And thank you so much. Thank you, babe. It's so great to have you here. If it wasn't for Alana, I would not have started the Juicy group. So yeah. Consciousness, hello, Juicy Juicers and Detoxers. Hello, how are you? Tuning in from Trinidad, Consciousness. Yes, the place of my birth, Isa Trini. Yeah. I'm so glad that you are here. How's your grandmother doing, babe? Yes, definitely about knowing the cause. Bypassing this makes things worse. Exactly. If you bypass this information, I mean, you're fully free to do it and just jump in and just, if you bypass learning the information, things are going to get worse. So, we owe it to ourselves to really take this on board, to really learn it, because our lives are going to be changed forever with it. Hello, Carol. How are you? By the way, if your life has already been changed by this protocol, drop a comment in the live chat so that we can show other people who are brand new to this, who may not really, understand the scope of this and how much you have been healed by this. If you can drop a comment as to how this detox, as a detox lifestyle, though, not just as like a 14-day or 21-day or 40-day or 100-day juice cleanse, let me know in the comments. How has this changed your life? I would love to hear your feedback, and I would love for our new students in the class to be able to hear that feedback as well. Hello, Barry. Hi, Burns, and everyone. Glad to be here. Glad you're here as well. Hello, Darla. Hey. Darla, welcome to class, sweetie. First time here. Thank you for inviting me. Alana, awesome. So glad. Oh, you're Alana's sister. Oh my gosh, you have the best sister in the world. Well, aside from mine, but you got the best sister in the world. Oh my goodness, your sister is here. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So cool. Anyone new is in for a real treat. Thank you so much, Michael. Burns truly is genuinely the best. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Knowledgeable and entertaining. Every second with Burns is gold. Michael, oh my gosh, you're going to make me blush. Thank you so much, sweetie. That is so sweet of you. Sharon says, I think it's necessary to have an inquiring mind as to what causes problems in the body. Absolutely. Do not take my word for it. Do not take your doctor's word for it. Listen to your body, implement the stuff, do your own research, experiment with your body. I mean, with the clean, healthy, raw food, like that's where you want to put your experimental time in. Don't be a guinea pig for anybody. You know what I mean? But you have to look at different ways. And we have, I think most of us have been on a really profound learning journey through our healing and what has brought us to this work. And I know a lot of us are healing from some really major stuff. And some of us just want to feel better, maybe lose a few pounds, or just, you don't even realize how bad you actually feel until you actually start doing it. And then it's like, oh my gosh, like if I knew it was going to be this easy, like, why did I wait? Like, why did I put this off? You know what I mean? Because I feel so great. And that's what you get when you don't give up on yourself. That's what you get when you continue to invest in your time and your energy to continue to do the best for your body, the natural stuff for your body. It's powerful. It is so powerful. Why would we need to take B12? Because you can't eat enough food to be supplied with B12 from our living and plant life world. So that is why. Yeah. I'm here listening to you while driving. Awesome. So glad to have you here, Gabriella. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Alana. Thank you so much for all you've done. Darla says, proud of my sister, Alana, and inspired. Try it out. Wow, that is the best gift ever that you could ever give, Alana, let me tell you, because for our families to see us do something that has absolutely changed our lives for the better, and to then have our family members, especially who may have been a little skeptical in the beginning. I'm not saying that you were, but some family members are. I know mine have been. It's beautiful when you see them come around. So thank you for being open to it. And thank you, Alana, for opening your sister and her awareness to this by becoming the living example of this truth. That is what Alana has done. She has become the living example of this truth. And you've seen it right before your very eyes, right, Darla? I'm sure she has blown your mind. And it's like, well, hold on a minute now. I need to look into what she's doing here, because maybe this can help me. There is no greater gift than that. Sharon says, my life is changing. No turning back. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel the same way. Angela says, no more issues with my EDS. Allergies are gone. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh my goodness. And people think that they just have to deal with and suffer through and just take medication to suppress your allergy, your allergic reactions to the world. And yes, there's a lot of stuff out there that are allergens to a lot of people, because we're living in an acidic, toxic body, and any other thing out there just reacts to us, right? So we take Reactin. But you don't need to do that when you clean your body out. So I'm really happy to hear that. Hi, niece. I'm so glad that you are here as well. Darla says, yeah, I agree. Yeah, she is amazing. I am Venice from Melbourne, Australia. Awesome. So glad to have you here, Venice. Wow. I'm so glad that you are here. What time is it over in Australia right now? It's, what are you doing up, young lady? What time is it? Let me start with that. So glad that you are here. I've done juicing before, but looking forward to juicing and raw detox with your Dr. Morris teachings. Awesome. Yeah, I think enough people in the group would tell you that it is, well, Michael just did and a few others, but it's a lot of fun. I love what I do because I'm able to help you guys implement the teachings and implement the work from him. You know, sometimes we can hear of all these protocols to do and all of this great stuff in order to heal ourselves when we watch Dr. Morse's videos, and they're amazing. But how do you implement that on a daily basis? How do you turn this beautiful knowledge into a lifestyle, a sustainable lifestyle for you and your family without it getting weird? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that can get weird sometimes with family members who think you're kind of cuckoo crazy for eating so much fruit, but they're fine with going out to McDonald's every night, you know, stuff like that. So doing it together in this community has been life-changing, not only for a lot of the members of this community, and I would imagine all of the community members, because why else would you be here, right? But it has changed my life. It has been life-changing for me on a personal level, but on a community level, it's really, really filled me up. So I appreciate it as much as you guys do as well. I thought I had allergies for 45 years. As soon as I cut poultry and fish, I saw a decrease. Then removing ice cream, major difference. I've gone from 2 boxes of tissues a week to 1 box every month. Oh my gosh, Dawn. I remember in your early videos on your detox journey, you would talk about that. And I'm kind of jealous because right now I'm in the tissue mode again, because again, a little bit more cooked food, a little bit more to detox, going back to the fully raw or almost fully raw, you know, as I gear up for the juice cleanse in 2 weeks. But that is amazing. Yes, we're going to talk about all of these foods and why they have been in the past kicking up these symptoms. We are halfway through our slides for class, but hold on, don't go anywhere, because you know how this goes. We're just going to finish up these comments, and then I'm going to throw the slides back up on the screen, and we're going to continue with part 2 of the lesson for today. So stay tuned, stick around. Niece says, hi, Venice, your name is almost like mine. Real name, Lenice. Welcome to class. Absolutely. And the community here, Sherry and everybody who is new, Fruitarian Cat Whisperer, Venice, and Barry is a new class member as well. This community is like nothing else out there. I'm telling you, I've been in so many, especially juicing groups. They can get like cray-cray and really weird. Straight up the truth. This community is different. This community is beautiful, and it is here with so many loving people who are here to support and help each other through this. And you couldn't have found a better landing spot. Yes, you are a great example for us. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be that for you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here and for being, open to this information. It's really, really, it makes me feel so good knowing that someone's life is going to be changed tonight. That's what I say before every class. Hey, everyone. Hello, Elaine. I've missed you all. When are you starting the next juice cleanse? Thank you so much. We are starting the next juice cleanse in just under 2 weeks from now, May 2-4. Yes, indeed. Victoria Day here in Canada. I feel swollen when I eat any cook now. Yeah, so it's time to clean things out again. So you're in the right spot. Let's keep going with our class notes. And please remember that as I'm going through these notes, feel free to keep the conversation going. If you have anything to add, let me take a sip of this really spicy juice again before we get going. Oh, that's Scotch bonnet pepper. Woo! And it makes my mouth water as I drink it. So good for digestion, Keep the conversation going in the live chat, and I will pull your comments up. We're just going to be going for about 10 or 15 minutes longer because these classes will be under an hour. So let's see, where was I? So let me just quickly recap. So we must address the symptom of disease, and we can see, we must not address the symptom of the disease, but look at what causes disease. So the cause of all disease in the body from a physical standpoint is acidosis, toxicity, and damaged tissue and cells. And the key to detoxification and regeneration is in the power and the synergistic action of raw, ripe, whole food. That synergistic action. There are so many enzymes contained within food, and enzymes are catalysts contained within fruits and within plants, within living food. These enzymes are actually catalysts for, we don't even know how many vitamins and minerals. Like, we think we're so smart, we can separate, know all the components of a plant. That's just not the case. And it is this synergistic action that happens because of the living enzymes in the food that we eat when we keep it raw and when we keep it as close to raw as possible. Like, lightly steamed vegetables still have some electromagnetic energy, which we'll get to in the next module. But the synergistic action of this raw, ripe, whole food is so powerful to detox and heal the body. This is where the secret sauce is. The secret sauce. A diet of 80% alkaline and 20% acid forming food is essential for greater health. So right now, as you're going to see in a little bit, I want you guys to have a question for you at the end of this class, so you can really start assessing, where you are and how acidic you are and what you're putting into your body. You might be coming from a standard American diet and you're just looking for something for a little bit greater health. And if that is you, doing 80% alkaline, 20% acid, or you can think of it as well as 80% raw, 20% cooked, is essential for greater health. And a diet of 90% or more of alkaline forming foods means vibrant health, really vibrant health. It is best during detoxification to eat all raw fruits and vegetables only. So that is not to say that if you do have some cooked food in your day, that you're not still detoxing the body. It's just that you're going at a much slower rate. There are only two sides of chemistry, and this is where my mind was completely blown. I had heard about acid and alkaline before in my past, but I kind of brushed that off as kind of woo-woo, I guess you could say. And oh, come on, that can't be really a thing, right? But it is actually a thing. There are only two sides of chemistry, the acid side of chemistry and the alkaline side of chemistry. And now you might be thinking, well, what does that have to do with me and with oh God, I can't handle it. She's talking about, okay, this is too complicated. It's not. Stick with me. I promise you it is not. We're chemical machines. We're like a chemical food processing machine, right? And our bodies need chemistry. We are chemical, we are physical as well. There's physics involved, but there is a huge chemical component going on. And within the body and within the world, in this three-dimensional world where we are, there are two sides of chemistry, the acid side of chemistry and the alkaline side of chemistry. And both environments do not do the same thing in the body. The acid side of chemistry does its acid work. The alkaline side of chemistry does its alkalizing work. Everything we consume, our food, as well as our emotions, our habits, the medicines that we consume, the drugs that we take, the alcohol that we drink, all of that directly affects our internal chemistry, our internal environment, and our internal vitality. We now have the truth that we need to tap into our inner world of health and vitality. That is the truth right there. That is the truth that we need to really pay attention to. It comes down to what are we doing chemically to our body? We don't think about that because we just think, oh my God, this tastes so good. And oh, that's that, because we're used to eating a certain way. But I am telling you that when you start re-looking at what you're doing to your body from a chemical point of view, what is the chemistry that I'm ingesting? How is this going to be broken down in my body? What is the chemical and the ash residue that's left behind when these foods are combusted in my body, are consumed by my body? Everything leaves behind a residue. Everything does. Think about like when you have a campfire outside, you burn the logs. When the beautiful flame is all gone and the wood is all used, what's left behind? It's an ash. It is an ash. And when we understand that, and when we harness that knowledge, now we can turn things around in our body. Because remember, what's the cause of disease in the body? Acidosis, a huge one. Toxicity, which both of those combined together usually also cause damaged tissue, organs, and glands. So we know this. We can do this. An alkaline environment, let's understand what is an alkaline environment first. An alkaline environment is a hydrating, anionic, electrical environment. An alkaline environment detoxifies, heals, and rebuilds. Pleasure, I love this part. Pleasure, laughter, happiness, rest, and sleep are all alkaline forming. So where do your thoughts go? What are your sleep habits? What are the general moods that you can, let yourself get caught up in? Are you on the sky is falling, everything is going to shit in this world? I know, I get it. Like there's a lot of evidence of that out there. But don't be so quick to turn your attention toward all that stuff, because all of that is so acidic. Like I see people really struggling with their mental health. And then when I see what they're posting on their Facebook page, well, I know it's good to make people aware, but oh my God, are you being consumed by that stuff? And if you are, I would be a little bit more discriminate, because my pleasure factor, my laughter, my happiness is very important to me. That's not to say that I stick my head in the sand. I don't. Like I know what's going on in the world, but I'm not hyper-focused there because I can't do anything about much of it anyhow. I can take care of what I am setting up in my physical vibrational realm. My emotional body has a tie to the acid side of chemistry or the alkaline side of chemistry as well. And then we come to the beautiful fruits and vegetables that we have to nourish and feed ourselves. Fruits and vegetables, especially in their natural raw state, are the most alkaline and therefore the most detoxifying and regenerating of all food on the planet. All food on the planet. All food on the planet. It's been tested. They have tested these things. Food in the fruit and vegetable range are not only the highest electromagnetically, nutrient-wise, but the highest alkalinity compared to all other foods on the planet. In an acid environment, sorry, let me take a sip of this. Are you guys starting to really look at that and think, oh my gosh, I don't eat much fruits and vegetables. I need to eat more of that, right? If you're brand new to this, just coming off of the standard American diet, that would really resonate with you. I'm having a little warm flash. Perfect timing. So an acid environment is a dehydrating, a cationic, inflammatory, coagulating, welding, burning, destructive environment. This is like chemistry 101. An acid environment damages and destroys. Worry, anger, hate, envy, gossip, fear, and lack of sleep are acid forming. All meat, eggs, dairy, starchy, refined, complex carbohydrates, all those candies, breads, pastas, that's what that means. Beans and soy are some of the most acid-forming, destructive foods. I also didn't put grains down in there, but grains as well. Like we think that these grains are so great because, you know, it's a plant. Yes, it is a plant. It's great. You're not killing an animal to get your food. Awesome. But it's so acid forming. And we will talk about that when we talk about our sugar and carbohydrate class coming down the road. So you guys might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, what am I going to do? I can't have meat. I can't have dairy. I can't have eggs. I can't have all the food that I eat right now. I know. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. It's not as crazy as it sounds. And it does not have to look like rabbit food. It does not have to look like rabbit food. But let me just stop there for 1 minute because I have a couple of slides left that I'm going to show you, kind of get an idea of what our diet looks like. But I want to check in real quick with you guys and see who is here. I see Emoji King is here. Emoji King, welcome to class. So glad that you are here. B Lady, hey, so good to see you, B Lady. So glad that you're back, sharing your great knowledge with us. I'm so happy to be back as well, doing this with you guys. So let's move along. We are at 52 minutes here for total time, and I want to make sure to keep this under an hour. So in case you're wondering, like exactly what do you eat? Like what does that mean? What can I eat? Well, you know, fruits and vegetables have everything that we need to have a beautiful, healthy, vibrant existence on this planet, free of a lot of the dis-ease in the body that a lot of us suffer with. And we can have any amount of fruit and vegetables. We do not have to limit it, especially in the raw format. And this is one of the things that I see a lot of people kind of struggle with when they come to this kind of beautiful living protocol. A lot of us come with this scarcity mindset and this sort of fear of eating too much food and deprivation kind of mindset. You are going to struggle like hell on a living raw protocol if you are also going to try to restrict your calories. You absolutely don't need to do that. We are to eat until we are not feeling, you don't want to overeat, you don't want to overstuff your stomach. If you feel nice and comfortable, stop eating. But if you feel hungry again in a little while, have some more fruit, have some more of those vegetables. But this is an idea of the alkaline forming foods that we typically eat a lot of, and that, you know, this makes up a lot of our diet. These are some acid forming foods. And I want you guys to really look at this chart and really ask yourself, how much do I eat from the acid side of this chart? And how much do I actually eat from the alkaline side of this chemistry? You know, before I came to this, I was mainly down in here. I was mainly in here in the acid side of life. But right now, this is how our diet usually looks. So this is an example of what you can do. This detox vitality menu is made up of 80% raw, 20% cooked. But disclaimer, like honestly, it's all raw. These are all raw recipes. These are all raw recipes with the exception of the cashew cheese that's on the pizza down there in the dinner slide. Excuse me. This is mainly all raw. I mean, it's amazing. This food tastes so incredible. Excuse me. You could have a little bit of a little bit of cooked in there as well. But I want to give you guys, oh, excuse me. There we go. Had a little grenouille in my throat, a little frog in my throat. What I want you guys to understand with this is that you do not have to feel like you are not going to be eating beautiful food ever again. Once you start with this type of really cleaning up what we're doing and slowly starting transitioning away from the acid side of a lot of the food that we've eaten and going more towards the alkaline side, I just want to give you a little sneak peek at some of the beautiful recipes that I'm going to be having for you, that I will have for you later on, so that you guys can make some of these delicious living foods and you can see how amazing we eat. Like we eat like kings and queens up in here, right? This is a bold detox menu as well. Look at that beautiful raw pasta. I know I thought, oh, come on, cucumber, that's really, zucchini, really, come on. That's not, girl, one, I'm telling you guys, that is some bomb ass food there, some amazing food. So I don't want you to think that, oh my gosh, well, this just now means that what am I going to eat rabbit food the whole time? No, you're not. I have you covered. What I do want you to do for tonight's homework, if you are so inclined to really start doing the transformative work that you need to do to get yourself back on the wagon or to get yourself onto the wagon in the first place, right? If you're brand new, start making a list of stuff that you genuinely do eat, right? You don't have to show it to anybody. Just keep this in your journal. Just start writing down, and not what you're going to eat now as you're cleaning things up, but what do you generally tend to eat? And I don't know about you guys, but for me, before I started this juicy detox lifestyle, for me, it was a lot of bread, a lot of cheese, a lot of meat, a lot of white flour, char siu pork buns. You go look at my Facebook feed from last year this time. I was eating that up. And loving it and feeling and looking like crap. But I can tell you from firsthand experience that if you do put these things into practice, and if you follow along step by step throughout the next couple of weeks, as I each day teach you really vital components that you want to understand so that you as well make this a lifestyle change, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. You're going to feel better. You're probably going to lose weight if you have excess weight to lose. I know you can't really tell right now. I'm in a big blousy shirt, but I'm down 30 pounds that I have been able to keep off while eating my butt off. I eat so much food. I don't calorie restrict. I don't have any negative relationship with food anymore. I eat beautiful, beautiful living food, some cooked food as well. And I feel incredible. So I will walk you step by step through this process as well. And I'm here for you every single day to teach you these simple modules so that you can start understanding a little bit more. What I want you to do, write it down in your journal. What are the foods that you typically eat? What are the thoughts and emotions that you typically have? What are the habits, the lifestyle habits that you also have? and kind of put them into two columns, the acid side of chemistry and the alkaline side of chemistry. Get really aware of what your choices have been. This is not to beat yourself up. This is not to say that you're a bad person for doing that. This is just to sharpen your awareness, because if you're not aware, you're operating in a subconscious state, right? You need to become aware of what that subconscious state is in order to start to create a new pathway for yourself so that you can make this into a healthy lifestyle that you can enjoy with your family, with your friends, that you can not feel deprived whatsoever, and that you can really, really start to turn your life around. Because if I can do it, if I can drop 30 pounds and keep it off, went from 150 to 120, oh my gosh, and maintaining even when, eating a little bit too much cooked food now and then. In the last, 6 weeks of my life have been a little bit more, stressful, and I've been wanting to comfort myself with a little bit more of that kitchen cooked action. Turning that around, starting tomorrow, I'm taking out, and you can do this as well, part 2 of your journal. Write down what your action plan is going to be. Write down in your journal, I'm going to take out this. I'm going to take out that. So like, for example, I'm going to take out meat and chicken and fish and all the flesh from other living animals. I'm going to take out dairy, like what Dawn did. That was a brilliant way to do it. And as you do that, just be the elegant observer, as we talked about in yesterday's class. Be the elegant observer of this happening in your life. And we're going to start just building up a little bit more awareness, taking out those foods and putting in lots more fresh, living fruit and vegetables. You do not need to be afraid of sugar. You do not need to be afraid of too much carbs. You do not need to be afraid of too much calories. Just make those deliberate intentions to slowly start replacing that more toxic food, the things from the acid side of chemistry, and replacing instead with the beautiful alkaline foods as we gear up to what I want to do 2-week. And you can decide however many days that you want to do it. I'm going to do, after these 2 weeks of transitioning to this beautiful living protocol, I'm going to do 2 weeks of juicing, and I'm going to do that all as well with you. So we're going to have 4 beautiful weeks together where we're transitioning to this amazing lifestyle, and then going into a beautiful juice detox. And then again, continuing the work after that, where we continue to have beautiful, healthy detox food like we're having in the transition period. All right, you guys down for that? Are you down for that? Let me know in the comments really, really quickly, because I'm going to be signing off. It's been 1 hour and 2 minutes. So we're going to be signing off. I just want to check in with everybody. Yes, Robin says, yay, finally catching a live. I'm so glad that you are here. Darla asks, is fermented food considered raw? I think it is. I mean, Dr. Morris is not a big fan of fermented food like kombucha or sauerkraut or kimchi. I think it really depends on what you want to do. I don't have a huge opinion on that. Aside from just saying that I would agree with Dr. Morris, I wouldn't put something fermented in my body, because I don't want to be fermenting my intestines with already fermented food. Like, I'm really careful about how I combine what I eat, and we're going to have a class on that coming up real soon. But I'm really careful with that, so that I don't have a lot of gas and any bloating and all of that when food mixes with the wrong type of food, so that it doesn't travel through my stomach and my intestines at the proper rate. We'll talk about that more about that later. So his thought on it, and I would agree with this, and this is one reason why I do not have too much fermented food. Like, I might have a little bit of vinegar in my salad dressing, but that is it. Some raw apple cider vinegar. But I do not have too much fermented food, because I don't want to get gassy and bloated from it. Dawn says other detox specialists say fermented foods are dehydrating. And that is definitely something that I've also heard. So remember that we want to have a very alkaline environment in the body, because an alkaline environment is a where is it? Right? You want to look at this. An alkaline environment is a hydrating environment. So if you are being dehydrated from the whatever fermented food that you're having, then that would kind of point to it not being in that alkaline range. But I, to be honest with you, haven't just researched much further than that. I don't encourage it. I don't use it in my cooking or my uncooking, as the case may be. Great question, though, Darla. Thank you so much. I'm down with this. Great class. Thank you, Burns. You are amazing as always. Carrie, I'm so glad to hear that. I cannot wait for tomorrow's class. Oh my gosh, you guys come back for tomorrow's class. And make sure that you join the Facebook group, because you can ask questions there. That's where I get a good sense of where you guys are at, what you might be needing from me, from the class. So please make sure to come and join the Facebook group. It's completely free. There's nothing to, and it's not weird in there, I mean, you got to really, and make sure to answer the entry questions, because if you don't answer the questions, you don't get to come in the group. It's like really that simple. Lauren says, I have been transitioning to all raw since about October. Awesome. Good job, babe. And I'm now on the severely skinny, under 100 pounds side. I know I am severely malabsorbed, but it makes it harder at times to keep going when so thin. So what I want to encourage you to do, I understand that, first of all, and God bless you. And I don't know how tall you are, but what I would recommend is to look at how much you're taking in and add more nutrient-dense fruits. I would be doing a lot more bananas, some dates, stuff like that. I've been really getting into the banana date smoothie in the morning. I would do more calorie-dense, nutrition-dense food. You might not be eating enough. So let's try that. You can also look at adding some nuts as well. But again, I would steer more to guiding you towards more of the denser fruits. Great class. Good to see the regulars and newbies. Thanks, Bernsey. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys all so much. And I will see you in the Real Juicy Detox group, and I will see you guys all tomorrow for class. Hey, by the way, I love that you guys were so active on the poll. I asked the Facebook group this afternoon, I asked you which time slot you would prefer for the evening class today. And it was a majority landslide for 8 p.m. And I love this time. Tomorrow, I don't know what time I'm going to go live. It could be noon. It could be 2. Honestly, I was having a little bit of a detoxy day today and couldn't get my self going to get the class notes ready until later in the day. So that's why we had it a little bit later. So come on over, join the group, and keep it juicy, guys. Keep it juicy and keep it fruity. I love you. Mwah. See you tomorrow.